So, after the fight with the Bone Claw, we discussed priorities, and we seemed to be focused on getting finding a path that was safe for the survivors. But when we entered the next chamber, we saw a large coffin that has like one of the miasmas over it, and Orthox expelled it with some of his remaining magic, and we saw that it was sealed with religious wards, and we hear some movement in the corner, and we discover some more survivals, a couple of elves who identify themselves as crypt keepers employed by the church. And they say that this coffin is ancient, and it houses like a cursed dead, and they've always been told to leave it undisturbed. And one of those crypt keepers confides to Val that they fear the sounds of mining that we've been hearing from another chamber could be like the chamber that holds the city's relic of the Raven Queen. So after Val alerts us to that, we kind of make that our new priority, and we enter the next chamber where we meet some wraiths and a gallows speaker. Kudo uses a sunbeam pretty effectively, and we kind of all try to kind of rush into the next chamber where the relic should be. And we find a group of vampires, and one of their numbers like told, "Go get the relic out of here," and starts running like northwest, and it's all dark, and it's like way across the other side of the chamber. So um, Rhea summons some fire elementals who are able to kind of swarm around that area of the room and at least give us some light. And our combat attracts another ancient Ladawayak, and so Kudo continues searing foes with Sunbeam. Val and Kudo use transportation magic to pursue the thief, eventually reaching him and cutting him down. Val retrieves the relic. Gorthax and Ophelia kind of make a bold stand against the Ladawayak, but its poisonous claws put Rhea down and poison several of our party and gash us all pretty badly. At the last moment, the Ladawayak tries to flee, and Rhea is still in its grasp. And Kudo and Val transport back to the chamber to join Ophelia and Gorthax in their kind of final attempts to bring down the Ladawayak. And at the very last moment, Rhea awakens from the poison, and she bops the Ladawayak on the nose with her quarterstaff, and it falls. So we are heavily battered, but Val has the relic, and the foes appear to be vanquished at the moment.
All right, thank you. One question, Kudo. I see you have 2 -1s for heroic inspiration on the story points.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Last session I used story points to give myself a bonus.
So the +2 is inspiration point. That's a different resource. Story points are just for stuff like wish list items and inserting your storyline stuff into the game. The inspiration points from MVP and from like me giving them sometimes, those are what give you the +2. Story points are way more powerful.
I thought you said story points could be used, and they're more powerful in that they could also be used like inspirations.
There was a time I was letting people gain advantage with them, but I only did that for a little while because I felt like it wasn't. I kind of wanted to just make the story points only for more story related stuff.
Okay, fair enough. Well, if you want, you could delete them. I don't think it even came into play last time. I think I failed the first roll anyways, and the second roll I passed it without, like, they both didn't even matter. Is what I'm trying to say. So I'm.
Is there an easy way to delete these? Just backspace them.
No, just delete the row.
Oh, just delete the row.
I'll do it.
You got it. All right. All right. So yeah, if you do get an inspiration point, that would be a different resource. I'm tracking the story points for you guys, so they're definitely a little more powerful.
Okay.
All right. So yes, we return to the cathedral right after the evil Lewiathak, I think that's how it is pronounced, was slain by the powerful group. What do you guys want to do? What's the date?
Well, we're all pretty fucking beat up. So I'm just gonna walk back to the group.
Yeah, things
Yeah, we'll
are...
make our way back to the group.
All right. So things are quiet in the basement finally. Doesn't seem like any other undead are coming in to reinforce these vampires and this bat creature. The creature also does not seem to be regenerating anymore, thanks to a bunch of Ophelia's radiant energy, and of course the sunbeam radiant energy.
Oh.
Or go ahead.
Does anybody have a wooden stake? Because Kudo knows about this because of his old background. But I have wooden sticks. I have 9 of them. I'm going to fucking stab him in the chest with the wooden stakes. Coup de grace them or whatever with it.
The Lewiathak or the vampires?
Every fucking thing.
All right. So, do you have religious knowledge? Just out of curiosity.
I do.
All right, because I don't think. All right. Well, you would probably know. I mean, you can make a check.
I need to reset or something. Nothing's showing up. Or is it showing up on your side?
I haven't seen anything yet. All right, well, I'll just say that you would know that the spawn are actually not nearly as powerful as the full vampires, and they don't require staking. They don't have enough. They don't have the powers of the actual vampires where they can just come back to life after a while.
I'm still staking.
All right, sure. So just to be safe, like stake them in the heart. All right. So it's a little bit challenging, as you know. You have to stake through their rib cage, but I'll say, given some time, Kudo is able to stake.
It's probably got a mallet or something that can assist.
There you go. Yeah, maybe as like a kit, pulls out the little mallet and just.
I got some. I got some holy water too, if we need it.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to stake just in case we come across bigger vampires later?
Yes.
Well, how many do you have left after you left a bunch in their chests? I think you have to leave them in, don't you?
Oh, you have to leave them in?
I'll let you stab them.
So
depends on the lore, I guess.
Actually, that's a good question. I think
I don't want to waste them on the spawn den. I'm just kidding.
So you stake them and you're like, it's probably fine. Maybe pull them back out. Yeah. But I believe for actual vampires, you are supposed to leave them in at least for a little bit, like maybe.
Oh, we'll save that for Strahd.
So. Yeah, if you go after Strahd later. Anything else? I'll say that passes a few minutes as you go staking everything.
Are the survivors and the crypt keepers close by? We should probably bring them in here or something.
They retreated back to the tunnels, so you can go and grab them.
I suppose I would try to collect essence for Linus. I know he always wants to have that on hand. Or actually, this stuff is religious, so it's probably good for Ophelia, huh?
I could probably do it since I got the religion.
There you go.
All right,
yeah.
So we're grabbing essence.
Do I need to check?
No, not unless you're doing it for something really powerful. Which I think,
okay.
While the Lewiathak is powerful, I think you are of comparable level, so you don't have to make a check on that. I'll put the essences in chat, just give me a moment to calculate that.
Balu's calculating, Kudo ask, what's our next move?
We should find that path up to the church, see if we can find any of the priest that is protecting for survivors, and maybe decide next steps once we speak to them.
Oh, yeah.
I know Linus is uncomfortable. He needn't be at the forefront of our group, but let's get these survivors to whatever semblance of defense this city has.
Agreed. And, they spoke of a hidden stairwell.
Are they, where's the tunnels at? Were they back here?
I think
they're south.
Yeah, you
I think
from the south area.
I think we just need to ask those crypt keepers to guide us.
Yep.
Yeah, Yep, we'll have to go get them, and the one knows where it's at. There were some doors north. I'm not sure where they go, but perhaps they do.
All right. So who collected the essences?
I did.
And are you taking those or just giving them to the party?
I'll give it to the party. Right? We have a way to mass store this essence, right?
I'll put it in Ophelia's. So we use our bags of holding as kind of party stash.
And I think you and
Yeah.
Ophelia are the ones that could use the religious, I believe.
But yeah, if you ever need it, just go to the ledger and ask for it, and we got plenty of stuff. Right.
I might
So
keep the. I might hold on to the Ludowiak for whenever you get a rest next.
All right. So
what do you need it for?
The other stuff I don't mind just dropping in the stash, but the Ludowiak I wanna.
Is that a unique
Keep 'em.
essence, Lou, or just high CR?
No, it's not.
The high
unique, It's a higher CR. So it is valuable because it can be used to make more powerful magical items.
Or you know what? Yeah, no, I'll just put that in the stash. I don't. If it's that.
It'll be there when we
yeah,
figure out something we want to use it for, yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
We generally won't use the important stuff for just crafting, like basic crafting. We'll save it for good stuff.
Totally wasn't gonna just give it to Talos.
That's weird. I thought I made tokens off of those crowd things you sent me, Felix. Oh wait.
Say it again?
I thought I made some tokens off those crowd things you sent me.
Couldn't
but
you-
I'm not seeing them.
Couldn't you just turn one of the civilian tokens into like one gigantic civilian
Let
token?
me see if this works.
He does that
Yeah, look-
sometimes, actually.
We do that sometimes. It looks pretty
There
funny.
we go.
Yeah.
It's a little bit
Oh,
too
that's
big
cool.
a crowd. What'd you have? Like 10 guys?
I
Plus
can't
the
remember.
other two that we got. So yeah.
We had a bit of a crowd, and then the two that we the most recent two.
Alright, here I'll just say these are the people and guard who is with you. Which is it Kenrith? No.
I don't think we ever got the crypt keepers' names.
That's right.
No,
You got
we didn't have time.
you got Civis's name. Well, I was thinking of the guy who you met outside who let you
Oh,
in.
the one that took off.
I think it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
well, Civis is
Okay.
the one who took off. I think Merrill was the name of the guard, right? Yeah,
Gotcha.
guard captain of the temple. So he would come in with I'll say this is your group of people. He says the keepers told me of the secret stairwell. Been nice to have known about. My guess is that the shield is going to block our way up, but perhaps we can check it out. Is it safe to go, or shall we rest here a bit? You look like you all have been through it.
Let's rest here. I don't know about
I
the
can,
others.
I have a new surge of power. I believe I can give us all a short rest in less than a minute.
Oh. I don't think it's that pressing right now. I think we have to. Maybe you should save that.
It's true. While undead may come in, it seems like you all have cleared this place out for now, so I'm hoping we'll be safe for the time being. Thank you for doing that, by the way. If I had come in here with these survivors just by ourselves, there's no way I could have been able to fight all these undead, so you have my thanks.
I'll nod back to him.
Of course.
And the lights, the sunlight goes away. And we'll take a short rest. We'll try to take a short rest, maybe, in this corner.
Alright, so we're trying to pass time. The one good thing about the spell is it doesn't consume one of your short rests. So usually you'd have 3 for the day. The spell would not. You could get the short rest without consuming one of those. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason I brought it up.
You're talking about prayer of healing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that, by the way, you can only use that once per day. We can only benefit it from once per day.
Yeah.
It's very
I just know that this is gonna be if we do short rest now, it's gonna be our last one for the day. So
Well, if people have spent it, because remember, people don't have to spend it when they short rest. Oh,
Yeah.
true.
do we have a Matt? Who is that?
Me,
Oh, it is
Matt.
Matt. Welcome.
Hey.
Linus.
All right. Let's not debate it though. Let's just take a short rest. Save that prayer for when we really need it.
Of course. I feel born anew after this fight.
Alright, so time is passing.
You made sure you took off all your used spell slots from before, right, Gorthax?
Yeah, Yeah, the only ones that I have now are the additional ones I got from the level distribution.
Okay.
Alright.
Which is like I have like one first level and one second level additional, and that's it.
We don't need to metagame too much. I appreciate it though.
Yeah.
So, are you on the board, Matt? I forget. Were you
No.
here last time?
No.
Oh, that's
I
right.
was not here last week.
So, Matt from the background comes into the fray. Let's see. Does anything happen during the hour? All right. So about 30 minutes into the rest. You see what looks like blue sparks starting to appear in front of the statue. And they start to coalesce into a whirling, almost like a tempest of energy. And a portal seems to appear. As it does, a strange-looking shadow elf steps through. The woman is clad in a dark dress, kind of long and flowing, with symbols adorning it. Does anyone have history or religion?
You know what?
Yep, I do.
It might tell you something about this individual. Alright, well, her symbols definitely match those of the Raven Queen. Go ahead.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time doing my skill check. How do I do it on this?
I think you just click the skill, and it should roll it.
Let me try it again. It's weird. It's not. I'm clicking it, but it's not doing it.
Let me see. Which one were you using? Religion?
Yeah.
Oh, looks like it is working for me.
Weird.
Try clicking the text. That's what I clicked. The religion text.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Otherwise, you might need to refresh. Alright, so you don't know exactly who this is. She sort of looks around curiously as she steps out. And her gaze kind of floats through several members of the group. But she doesn't say anything right away. Is anyone doing anything?
Linus will stand up and begin towards her. My hand on my pistol, and who might you be?
She looks down and says, "Stay your hand, good bird. I promise you I mean you no harm. Well, hopefully." She says, "I am Yali, Walker of the Vale and servant of the Raven Queen." And as she steps forward, the swirling portal behind her will just suddenly close. She looks with a bit of worry towards the hole in the ground. And she says, "The silver relic, where is it?"
Uh, I am unsure. I believe someone tried to steal it. There was a group of vampires, yes, who tried to steal it.
She says, these vampires, did they get away with it? Where are they? Now kind of looking around at all of you. She says,
I will
Go ahead.
I'll look at her. Can you provide proof you are who you speak of? And what do you mean by Walker of the Vale? Do you travel between planes or something like that? Or across time?
So I'll say when she reveals her name, those of you with religion training would know that if she is who she says she is one of the one of the more powerful avatars of the Raven Queen. A ferrier of dead to their various places, and she does a lot of planar travel, doing the will of the Raven Queen. She is actually a patron to some warlocks who are close to the Shadowfell as well.
Okay. Well, then I guess what I asked was
If she could prove it.
Yeah.
So she looks at you for a moment and says, it's been a while since I've had to prove myself. Generally, mortals just kind of believe me. She thinks for a moment. She says, is there anyone here who wishes to be ferried to the land of the dead? She says, wait, no, I shouldn't do that. How could
Will
I
we be
prove this?
returned?
She says, well, no.
That doesn't prove anything except for the one that gets ferried.
She says, no, the death would be irreversible, so that wouldn't be of much help. If the relic has been stolen, there's... and then she stops for a moment and kind of... who has the relic, by the way? Where is it?
Val.
But nobody really knows that besides Kudo.
Yeah, Kudo and Val are the only ones that know that. Well, I assume we would have asked, like, when you guys got back, like, did you get it? But yeah.
Where would you have it right now? Is it just kind of in your pocket? Is it in a bag of holding?
Probably in a pouch on my side.
Like a normal pouch?
Like a saddlebag type thing. My Gucci purse.
It's in your Gucci purse. Do you have any type of protections from scrying about you? Or anything like that? Like a amulet of protection of scrying or something of that?
Nope.
Alright, so yeah, her gaze kind of drifts around for a moment and rests on Val. She says, you do have it. Sister, please. I need to take that from you. It must be made safe, or the city's fate could be in jeopardy. She sort of just kind of walks this way.
Linus, there, after this, oh, who you are.
Your audio is cutting in and out, by the way, Matt. At least for me.
Yeah, what did you say, Matt?
Sorry. Linus would stand up and or step forward and say, again, who are you? Prove to us who you are.
Give me a persuasion.
Okay. 1 second.
Okay, so she stops when you say this and turns towards you again, as if maybe thinking. She says, well, I can tell that you have several spirits about you. It seems almost like your body has been taken over by a second being. How odd. I guess that doesn't prove who I am, but I can at least give you an idea of maybe some of my powers. Go ahead.
Linus would say, what is this relic, anyways? Why were people after it? Why were these vampires after it?
It's hard to say. The relic is in an unknown place. It's hidden purposefully in a place no one should know about. I don't know how they were able to detect it. There should also be magics protecting it from scrying. So whoever sent these creatures must have known its location. I don't know how that could be, though. She says it's... Go ahead.
If it were not for us, then the relic would no longer be here. It would be in the hands of whomever sent those vampires. So perhaps you could indulge our curiosity and suspicion and give us more information before asking for such a valuable item.
So at this point, the people here are kind of backing up the shadow elves and just kneeling, and the guard is kneeling as well. He would say, that portal she opened, she must be Yali. To be able to just travel so easily.
How did you even know we were here?
She says, the disturbance of the relic is one of my abilities to sense when such a thing happens. The Raven Queen has tasked me with retrieving and re-hiding it under the city. If it is not, then the darkness of the Shadowfell will consume this place and make all that they've built uninhabitable.
Rhea shivers.
Sister,
She's
please.
generally uncomfortable here all the time anyway.
I can sense that you can read the strings of fate. If you wish, maybe consult your powers. Perhaps they can prove what I'm saying is true.
Give me a moment then, and I'll start to cast divination.
All right.
What will happen if I give her the relic?
All right. So go ahead and link divination.
Yeah, I'm not quite used to this yet. All right.
All right. So are you doing it as a ritual?
Yeah, I have to.
Alright, so yeah, you set out your magical, this will interrupt your rest, unfortunately, but you set out your magical...
I didn't need the rest, is that bad?
Okay, yeah, you set everything up, and you start on the ritual. Yali sort of patiently stands there, always, every now and then kind of glancing back down to your belt pouch, almost just as if she's checking to make sure it's still there. She would look to Linus and say, 2 souls occupying a body is quite unnatural. If you want this burden relieved, I can ferry one of them into their final rest. She says both of your souls have experienced quite a lot.
And you have experienced this before? Linus would say.
She says, I have seen
You
this
have
situation
come across
before,
this.
though this would only be the second time. It's not something I commonly see, but it is an aberration to life and death.
Is there opportunity to maybe ferry one of these souls into another vessel? Body, maybe?
I would know from my religion.
Okay.
I would know. Oh, go ahead. I mean to cut you off. Sorry. I would know from my religion, and I would mind link to Linus, and perhaps probably Clank can hear this too within. What you're suggesting goes against is anathema to the Raven Queen. I would not make such a suggestion.
Well, I assume he would have already made it, but yeah. So she considers you a moment and says, kind of basically what he just said. He says the presence of two souls, especially souls such as the ones you, especially your souls, should not still be in the plane of the living. She says, that said, I'm not here to enforce the laws of the Raven Queen, so I will not force either of the souls to leave. But what you speak of is unnatural. She says it is the same type of magic that liches use to bind their souls to bodies that have long since decayed. She says, I would never participate in such a profane and dark ritual. And I suggest you do not either. I'm not sure how your two souls managed to get attached to this one body. But at least the body seems to still be healthy. So you aren't exactly undead, however this happened. And then she just kind of go quiet and go back to waiting. Looking a little creepy as her eyes are all white, and it's hard to tell which way she's looking. Almost looks like she's blind, but somehow is, looking towards each of you as she speaks to you. Alright, so the 10 minutes would pass. Can I answer you truthfully? Oh, jeez. So you spent the 25 GP of incense, right?
Yeah, I haven't marked it off yet, but I got it on paper
Alright.
to mark it off. I got like 800 and some. So.
Gotcha. Alright. Okay. So what would you get? I'm supposed to do a riddle. That's the one thing spell makes me come up with stuff. How cryptic would this be?
Just use chat.
Yeah, just ChatGPT. I need divination help. All right, I'll just say you would get the returning of the relic shall bring or shall help the city with peace and prosperity. To be rebuilt, though not ever as powerful. Just a little bit strange of an add-on at the end there. So yeah, that's what you get back from the casting as you finish the 10 minutes.
We were going to return it to the church.
She says the church priests would end up offering it to me, as I am the one who must place it. Give me a So are you okay, so we're going to go to the church. She says, I promise you I will take good care of it and keep it safe.
What do we get for it?
What do we get? She looks at you curiously. She says, what do you want? You get the
We've
salad.
saved all these people.
She says, and you would save many more by returning that to me. She says, I'm not usually one to give rewards. What is it that you all seek?
I may have a suggestion. This all came about because of the Dark Wave, and with your power, you say that you have, are you able to reverse the effects on the city? And possibly restore the city and its people to who they were before?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Give me a persuasion.
I would like to help out with that. I'll be like, this would not just be a gift to us, really. It would be a gift back to these peoples who revere you.
I'd like to help as well, and I would say, is it not against the Raven Queen's wishes for the cycle of life to be affected or disrupted by those that would make it unnatural? If I understand the teachings, would you not have wished to have stopped this wave as it is not natural, and therefore be more interested in reversing its effects?
Go ahead, give me a
From my
persuasion
understandings, do I just roll regular or with
It would just be regular.
Advantage.
I just take the highest of the three of you.
I mean,
Nice.
20 seems pretty high.
Nice.
So she
I
says.
I would just.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, from my teachings from Talos, it is said that chaos must be controlled, and this chaos that has been brought upon this town was everything but controlled. The forces of the gods of chaos did not ordain this, and this is unjust. I only see it fit as a proper reward for these people for surviving as they have, and for us for helping you retain this relic and not letting it fall into the hands of evil.
She says the magics that affected the city were the result of followers of the Shadow Lord, the Children of Shadow. They are enemies to the Raven Queen, as they are allies of the Red Wizard as well as Orcus. Using the powers of the demon god to gain some amount of dominion over the unnatural living. I cannot bring back those who've fallen, as that would also be profane and unnatural. But there might be something I can do to help heal the city. She says the Dark Ones, the undead that still plague this place, I can help wipe out many of the remaining, though the priests have already done a good job clearing most of them. This would,
As have we.
Then would you also be able to repair the magical shield that protected the city as well? Or is that more something that the relic has done?
That is the result of the relic being buried here. The shield, do you speak of the shield around the temple? Or some other shield? She says
I assumed that with the city being protected, it was due to the relic or some sort of magical power that may have been disrupted from the Dark Wave. If whatever was protecting the city before can be restored or renewed, that would be preferred.
She says the lands under the city are protected by the relic that your ally holds. But if that's the protection you refer to, then taking this relic and re-hiding it would put the city back under the protection of the Raven Queen. She says if
Then
it
I
is
suppose
not,
I have one more.
She says if this is
sorry.
not done soon, the city will begin to be affected by the chaotic energies. The shadow elves, while resistant over time, would start to go mad. And eventually all would have to flee this area.
Well, with that said, let's not dally too much longer then.
One more thing, miss. It seems the relic will help the city, and with you wiping out the remaining, that'll be your end of things. However, I propose a pact. Our interests seem to be aligned against the Shadow Lord and these cultists who seek to destroy what the Raven Queen covets. If we are to ally our strength together, and we, as your chosen in this war, can help end it, will you help us equipping ourselves and powering ourselves in order to take on this humongous threat?
She says the forces of the Shadow Lord are a constant enemy to myself and the Raven Queen. The warriors of the church and the priests are constantly seeking and fighting against them. She says it is bold of you to ask someone of my station for gifts. Usually it is the other way around.
It's not
Are
a
there-
gift.
Are there
but a
many?
pact.
Yeah. While there may not be many who ask for gifts, are there many that return relics of the Raven Queen that have been pilfered?
She says,
If you
no.
have doubts about our strength, sorry.
She says no. It is actually give me Rial. I guess give me a persuasion on that with advantage.
Nice.
Can I help?
For this
She's
one, I
over
was
here
just-
being kind of snarky, actually.
Yeah, well, maybe she respects
like-
it a little bit.
yeah, yeah.
It's like,
Oh, shit.
Let's go.
Let it be.
Let's go together.
Like she's not being disrespectful, but she's also not being like seeing the others kind of grovel. You know, this isn't her plane and this isn't her deity. So, but they're the Raven Queen's tenets are not unaligned with Shantaea's. So,
So she kind of, because Riala's kind of standing behind her as she is looking towards Vel. She kind of like looks over her shoulder, and maybe her white eyes make you uncomfortable for a moment as she stares over at you. And she says, "You all have many strange markings about you. If I am to help you, I have questions." She says, "But for now, if I am to save lives and fulfill my end of the bargain, I must hurry and join the battle that the priests are engaged in." She says, "But first, the relic, please." She puts her hand out. "I must make sure it's safe."
if any of the members of the party make eye contact with me, then I would give a little nod.
I walk over and pull it out of my bag and hold it out to her.
She would nod and say, "Thank you, sister. Although I know your faith has waned, the Raven Queen smiles upon this action." And if you don't say anything, she would vanish after taking it.
Oh. I
Thought
was
she had
gonna
questions.
ask her one more thing.
What
I was
Rio
gonna
would
ask-
say.
Oh wait, I did. Oh, it's like,
I was
damn
gonna
it,
ask her one more thing.
Stupid, powerful characters just poof out.
I did say it was of essence to place that. Perhaps she will return.
Alright, so everyone, all the shadow elves are kind of whispering in awe to each other. The guard, Meryl, rises and he says, "Wow, you all must be quite impressive. She spoke to you almost as if you were equals, and you had no fear in your eyes. She could have... Well, she would never have, but she is quite powerful. At least if the legends are any... are at all true."
Indeed.
I fear nothing but the absence of the ability to show courage.
He just kind of nods. That was a little bit of a thinker. How are you saying something, Chikudo?
No.
Okay. So, time would continue to pass, which, Vel wouldn't be able to take the rest because she did some magic, but the rest of you could spend a short rest after another 20 minutes.
Jesus.
Feeling much better as you do. So, at this point, Meryl would say, "Alright, let's go and see if this secret door is open. Or this secret stairwell."
I would inquire during the short rest with Talos and just do a small prayer, asking if for guidance in this pact that I've put forward, and if it still aligns with Talos's will, as his will has brought me here.
Alright, so you'd probably have a sense of comfort, thinking that maybe Talos is telling you so far he's happy with what you've been doing.
Your will is my command, O Talos, god of storms.
Alright, are you guys following him, or are you waiting here?
I'm gonna use message and the original Crypt Keeper
Yeah.
that said that they knew where it was. I'm gonna ask her if we're going in the right direction.
Oh yeah, she's telling him where to go. Like the two of them are
Okay.
kind of guiding
Okay.
him. So
I don't
yeah,
want him
she
to
would,
be
she would
leading
say,
us
yeah.
into a death trap.
Not so far. Alright, so they lead you to a door back here. As it opens, it just seems to be maybe like some kind of storage area. but one of the crypt keepers goes over to like a candle or a torch sconce and pushes something on it, almost like a little metallic button, and a stairwell opens heading up. He says, "All right, this looks like the right way," and she says, "Yes, this should take us upstairs." So they would start ascending. I assume you all are following them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after a couple of flights of stairwell, you would come to what looks like some kind of force wall. And he curses and says, "The shield does extend below." He kind of pushes up against it. "There's no way we can get through this."
Is there any way that you have to communicate within this fortress? Any ways of, I don't know, signaling or...
He says, "No, usually the clerics would get in touch with me, but it's been strangely quiet. Spells like message and sending are often used to communicate with the guardsmen. But I've gotten no messages. They may just be busy with the chaos. I hope
And
that's
they
all it
also-
is." He says,
Do you
"Well,
reckon that the guards would come down here anytime soon? We could rest here until they do.
He says they might. I mean, they didn't know of the location of the relic, so they wouldn't even know to defend this area. But after things calm down, maybe they'll come and check the crypts. It's not really an area of importance, as far as I know. That said, when things do calm down, they should lower the shielding. I think we should wait here," he says. "Inside the secret door, I'm hoping none of the undead can find us if more come. I don't think
Hey,
going
Lou.
back outside and trying to get their attention would be a good idea."
With that expert divination that I
Yeah.
just linked, I casted divination, which is a divination spell,
Yeah.
and it's 4th level. So does that mean I get a 3rd level, or do I have to physically cast the spell without a ritual?
That's a good question.
It says using a spell slot. You didn't use a spell
Oh,
slot.
does it say that? Okay, yeah,
Does
down
it?
below. Yeah, the slot you regain. Okay, so yeah, I
Oh,
think it
okay.
does have to be a
I
spell
have to
slot.
cast it. Okay.
Yeah.
That'd be
So,
kinda
yeah, you
cheesy
can't-
if I
You
did
can't
that,
ritual
yeah.
it to get spell slots back for free. That would make
I
sense.
got you. All right.
Just sit here and have a bunch of divinations to regen all your spell slots.
Yeah. And get all my spell slots back. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, he says we can wait here. You are probably needed elsewhere, so I don't expect you to stay with us. He says just close the secret door as you leave, unless you're going to stay with us.
Well, we could at least rest here, as we do need more rest. Or
I don't need more rest. Do you? I just rested.
I gained little from that rest.
Oh, a long rest.
A
What happened?
long
Did I
rest.
just leave myself?
No, you guys aren't in that room, so I just kind of moved
Ah.
you out of there.
Well, how is
Do we
everybody?
wait or do we move on?
What is our plan if we move on? What is our goal? What our destination
Perhaps the front entrance?
of the church?
You
We're
remember
trying to
the
get there.
shadow markets were having some issues, though at this point you're not sure if that's still a thing.
What time of day is it?
It is 5:37 p.m.
We should go back to that secret room in the house and see if there's anything left to loot there. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go.
Yeah, kill that fucker that took off.
I'm sure he's long gone.
How far away is the shadow market?
So the entrance to the shadow market, I think you knew of two entrances. One of them was outside the town, in the rocky areas to the east. The other one was hidden in a building near the forested area. Both of them do require someone to let you in, assuming the gatekeeper is there in either location. Because when you went last time with that thief girl, I should actually use her name. When you went last time with who was it? It was Amira. She basically met with some kind of gatekeeper who used magic to open a portal to let you into the Shadow Market.
So if it has been overrun, it's possible no one would be there to let us in. Although, if we know where the door is, perhaps we could use magic to pass it.
It's possible. You're not sure how you'd open it, but you can, you could always check. So yeah, those are the two locations you know of.
Could send him a message. I don't have much energy left. But I do have.
none.
You may have hit
My
the
magics
limit.
are spent.
Yeah, you may have hit the limit of what you can do for the day. The city might be on their own. Or the Shadow Market, I should say.
If what the Avatar said was true, then the city should not be in danger for much longer.
Yeah. I will send. So I agree. We probably should stay put. But I think I can send a message over to them. Who was the main guy that we were talking to in the Shadow Market?
Lyre.
Yeah.
This
Lyra.
guy.
What questions should I ask them in this message? I have 25 words. I would ask for their status and if we could meet up, rendezvous with them on the morrow.
Yeah, do you have need of us, I guess, would be the best question, I guess.
Question. Are you talking about the Shadow Market out loud, or is this like some mental thing?
I didn't think that far, so maybe it are we it's hard for me to visualize sometimes like how close we are with the crowd and stuff like that.
So
I feel like a lot of times if we're talking about like some sensitive matters, like we would probably talk in private somehow if possible.
yeah, that's
But-
fine. So you would be in the stairwell, basically like about 1 or 2 flights up with a bunch of these shadow elves and this temple guard. So you all, right now, you're all in fairly close quarters. If you wanted to speak in private, you could just, you could say you go down the stairs and like talk a little away from them. That's fine. Just asking because he might have a reaction if he heard that. So, but yeah, we can say that you had the foresight to step away. So yeah, go ahead. Sorry, continue.
So I will whisper on the hushed tones away from all prying ears, and then maybe even just mind link to people. Anything else should I ask?
Should probably ask if we can have a place to stay while we're here. I'm not sure how long we will be here,
You
as
could
well
say,
as waiting outside.
yeah. You could say we have aided the church but do not wish to remain here,
I don't
where
need
you
to.
would stay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's true, yeah.
Okay, so I'll send a message to Lyra,
Okay.
and the message will be, is everything okay? What is your status? We fought some undead, and have some, and protected some survivors. Is there a way for us to rendezvous tomorrow?
So
I think that's 20.
he would answer, I thought you were heading here. The Shadow Market has been under heavy attack. We've taken losses. We're doing the best we can, but it was a costly
we asked-
battle.
I didn't realize that we had actually been specifically asked to go there. Okay.
Yeah, when you first were heading back, he said there was some trouble. I guess, well, he hadn't contacted you back, but yeah, he seemed surprised that you didn't go there.
Gotcha. Okay.
Not like he's like pissed off or
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
just surprised.
I think we just kept encountering undead and taking care of them.
Yeah, it's been a rough day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ritual cast another spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna ritual cast Augury.
All right. More of these spells. Let's see.
I want all the information.
Wheel or woe? Okay. Wheel and woe indifference. All right. So what's the question?
I guess if we should wait and go into the church, or if we should proceed into the market.
I think you got to say it as like one action, and he's going to tell
One
you.
action.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I
it
can only
can't-
give you like a small answer based on the question, like how will it go, type of thing.
you just asked him if you just
we
asked
leave,
him.
if we leave and go to the market.
So you're asking it if you leave now and try to go to the market, like wheel or woe, like will that be good or bad?
Yeah.
I would say wheel and woe.
Yeah, I suspected that. That's how Augury works.
You would get the feeling that it might be. I guess give me an insight check.
Regardless of who we help, there might be others that are.
Insight check. Can I use one of my luckies?
Sure.
Okay. So I will roll with advantage. Let's see. You said insight?
Yeah. Since you read the
Oof.
well,
That's terrible.
you're all right. So, yeah, I mean, it seems like any action you do right now with how crazy stuff is gonna have a little bit of good and bad, and you don't know if you have the resources to help as much as you'd like, just because you only have so much you can do in a day. At least you personally with your spells.
Yeah, I think everybody's spent. I'm not sure we should leave now.
I agree.
I think it will have more encounters on the way, or perhaps when we get there, or both.
Probably have resources only probably for one big encounter. That's about it.
I feel the smart thing for us to avoid unnecessary bloodshed is to wait for the Avatar to take care of everything before we move on and rest while we can.
All right.
And maybe going into the church is not a good idea either. The Shadowfell is usually not keen on outsiders. You might
We've
not
helped
be
the people.
received.
We've helped the people and worked with their goddess. I don't see why they would deny us the ability to rest.
All right.
Well,
So
we
let's
don't know if they're going to find us before we pass our rest anyway, so it might just be this hallway, or this stairwell.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Go ahead.
I think that's the decision. Sounds almost unanimous.
Alright, so we're staying here and trying to rest the night in the stairwell. Not the most comfortable quarters, but being safe from undead is a nice bonus. You, I assume, are keeping watch all the same.
If it's several flights of stairs, I assume there's some landings that we can kind of like lean against the wall.
Yeah,
and
you
sort
guys
of,
can
you know,
spread
I can
out
come-
and
yeah.
put down your sleeping bags. The bottom, just out of, for safety reasons, the guard, Merrill, will close it up. Say, just in case something else slips into the crypts.
I would like to take the last rest, the last watch, if
Okay.
possible.
So the night is passing. Linus, are you there?
Yes, I am.
All right. So as you're kind of getting all bedded down, getting ready to rest, Clank would say, I appreciate you not throwing me to the wolves there. He says, I know you had control, and if you had told her to banish me, there's not much I could have done about it, so thank you for that. He says, I know we've come a long ways since we first started fighting over the body.
Ah, yes. My friend, we will find a way to sort this out. We will most certainly find another host for me, and you can take your body back.
He says, you've
Despite what others may say.
says, I would like that. You seem like a decent person. I'm glad I could free you from that scroll. He says, even if it did
Yes.
cost me a bit.
We will find our way out. No, I think you and I are far more similar than we are different.
He says, I'm starting to see a strange pattern. From what you said, that church where you were trapped in the scroll, there was a dark energy wave that kind of bathed the area and killed everyone, right? Isn't that kind of the same
Yes.
thing that happened in this city?
Precisely. We were able to. It seemed like that energy wave was caught and held within the church rather than the entire city. This has happened here.
Says, does that
But,
mean that the Shadow Lord was responsible for what happened to you as well?
I'm beginning to suspect that. Looking at the clues, we do know that there were presents and the student of the Red Wizard was a part of this whole thing.
He says, well, I don't know much about the Red Wizard, whoever that is, but yeah, it's, I don't know, just strange coincidences. Hopefully we can figure all this out. So night is passing. Kudo. One moment. You said you wanted to do the last watch?
Yep.
Is there something in particular you wanted to do?
Yeah, I wanted to bring Frank out for 2 hours.
Okay, so you summon forth your Slod.
And I'm using extend on it, so I'll have him for 2 hours.
Okay. Anything in particular that Frank is doing for these 2 hours?
He's keeping watch with me.
Oh, okay, so just kind of to help you keep an eye on things.
Oh no, I want to cast it at the end towards. I want him to have him like.
Oh,
I
the
want
first
to be.
2 hours of the day, right?
Yeah,
I see.
exactly.
I see. All right. Oh. Huh. Why don't we do a quick break? I don't have one of the resources I'm supposed to have. Let me just see if I can figure that out. So, let's do 10 minutes.
Sounds good. See you guys in 10.
I guess one more thing, Lou, before you do that. I was
Yeah.
also planning on doing my Find Steed with the new Find Steed, and I don't know if you have a token for the otherworldly steed yet.
I can look into it after I solve this. but it shouldn't be too hard to get a token. So just give me a moment to address my current issue.
All right.
Oh wait, that's probably why. Oh yeah, okay. I figured it out. I'm dumb. All right. What did you say you needed? A steed token?
Yeah, for the otherworldly steed, it has 3 options that I didn't know if that was going to be a different token or not, but they all have different.
Does
For
it?
the faith?
Go ahead.
So the faithful steed has a celestial, fey, and fiend. That gives them different traits.
All right. Let me. Do you know which one you want?
For this one, fey.
So
I approve.
Fey steed. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's just called faithful steed, but I guess it's like an option. I'm not 100% sure on how that works, but I posted the spell in chat.
In chat. Okay. Otherworldly steed. Okay.
Of that, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like I have it. So let me grab that.
Is that like a real? Oh,
It's a real
it
thing, yeah.
is.
So you might have to edit the sheet a little to reflect Fey. Okay, Gorthax. Okay. So you should see it under Resources, Summon.
I see it.
And like I said, you might have to edit the sheet a little. Alright, is everyone back?
I'm here.
Yep.
Roll back.
Alright. So, as you are finishing up your rest, getting ready to cast your slod, or summon your slod, you'd feel a bit strange as your vision gets a little cloudy. And you look around, realizing almost seems like you're in a different place. As you kind of check the surroundings, you would turn and see a familiar figure. He says, "Hello again. How have you been, Kudo?" The small child with gray hair says.
Kudo would telepathically.
I guess you're about his size, huh? So yeah, you'd probably be looking right at each other. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah. Telepathically, Kudo will respond. I've been better. We've had some long days, but it is good to see you again, Diedrich.
This is long days. I guess that's one way to put it. the
Indeed.
the outcomes of your journey here have fascinated me to no end. He says nothing turned out as I would have expected it. He says your initial purpose was kind of changed when one of your friends took you to the abyss. I did not see that coming, he says, with a bit of a like a childish smile.
Yes, this circuitous path we have taken has surprised both of us. That feeling is mutual. Um, by the way, we came across a small girl. Um, I do not know if you know of her.
Says, oh yes, I saw it all. She says, the small girl, I know of her. I can't say I have encountered her before. She says, in fact,
Indeed.
I didn't think that she could even exist in such a form. He says, the void is full of strange wonders with what it can achieve. Or maybe in this case, what the children of Shadow achieved, sort of by accident.
Mhm.
He says, the girl you speak of is a reflection of the realm of the void. Sentience given to an entire plane, or at least a part of the psyche of that plane, something I didn't even know was possible. He says, Cerator must have his hands full. Assuming this
What
was
is
his
she?
work.
The Cerator, that name does not ring familiar to me. Or is that like a religion check or something like that? Or
You probably. I don't think there's a way you'd know about that name. He says.
uh,
He's. Well, that would be a whole other story. But,
I see.
I'll just say that he has interest in many of the affairs of the void, as it could relate to a path to Nightweather.
Huh. Is her coming to this plane um ill omen, or good or bad, or neither? Maybe a mix of both.
He gets
Or
a bit of a mischievous smile, and he says, I don't know, but it sure will be fun to see how this plays out.
I see. I always do appreciate your visits, but is there another purpose to this than just greetings?
He says, well, I did want to ask you about the tadpole. He says, has it subsided in its will to sort of take over your actions and become much more subservient? How is that playing out?
I can just make it up, Lou.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Prob it.
I have not. I think we have come into terms of agreement ever since the intellect fortress, and I feel that we work together now fully.
He nods. He says, I was curious because the intellect fortress was actually one place that I was having trouble scrying you and seeing what was going on. I got snippets here and there, but overall it was masked. So I saw when you entered and when you left, and little pieces here and there, but I wasn't fully sure of how that resolved itself. He says, thank you for letting me know. He says, that's all I really had to ask you about. Do you have any questions for me?
Still, I know what plane I came from, but still, I search for my origins and how I came to be with the little one that you speak of. All this memory is still lost in time. But as you said, as you shared before, You're limited in what you can tell me.
He says, yes, I am very limited in what I can reveal. Though, as I said, watching you and your friends operate has been very entertaining, and I thank you for that. I'm glad I could be helping you a bit, though, in the meantime.
I'll give him a bow.
He says, oh shoot, what was his name? Do you remember the elemental guy's name?
Elemental guy.
Oh yeah, I do have the name here. He says, did Tarkana ever reveal himself again? I wasn't sure if he would be able to track my work to this time period. Or perhaps Reeve, you might remember him as?
Reeve?
Yes.
Do I recognize that name? What is that name?
That was the name of the guy who had sent all the fiery elementals against the town. The guy who Diedrich was arguing with. Or who was like, Diedrich was like, you can't be this direct, and he kind of was getting pissed off at Reeve. Or no, Reeve was getting pissed off at him, and he was just kind of laughing at him.
The Red Wizard dude. Is that right?
He was clad in red, but they never referred to him as the Red Wizard.
Okay. I don't even remember his name as Reeve. I have not seen him since he mysteriously disappeared on that fateful eve. He slipped away, and I think he's long gone. Why do you ask?
Well, I was just curious if he was able to follow you as you time walked, or if he had figured out what I did with you. But I'm guessing he is uninformed, so that's good. I was worried he'd ruin my fun. He says, alright, that's the only other thing I had to ask you. He says, thank you for the update. He says, if you do see the child again, as interesting as it might be to learn more about her, I'd be very careful. The Void's, it's not very good at being alive. I'll just say that.
Okay. I do have a question. This Steel Shadow, can they be trusted? Or can you not reveal that yet either?
Says they are a strange group. I can't give you a direct answer, but maybe if you ask your friend, the Fate Reader, she can provide insight.
Okay.
They also exist in this time period, though much different from how you might remember them.
I see. Okay.
This is good luck to you, Kudo. Gives you that mischievous grin again, and you suddenly realize you're just kind of sitting there talking to the wall. As you look around, doesn't seem like anyone noticed, or maybe it was all in your head. It's hard to say.
Yeah. Idric's basically the living embodiment of augury, but he just says wheel and woe all the time is every response.
Yeah, it's always just, that's good and bad. Alright. So, that, I think, is all that would happen during the night. This could be an explanation as to Gorthax's change in abilities, maybe being in close proximity to the temple and to, what's her name? Yali. Did you have some way you wanted to explain that story-wise, Gorthax? Like how your abilities kind of changed?
Yeah, so for changing to... Sorry, can you say it one more time? I was looking over the mountain combat rules when you asked the question.
Oh, just a storyline explanation as to why your abilities are different. I mean, we could just say it kind of have always been that way. I was just seeing if you wanted an in-game reason as to why it happened.
After slaying the Latowayak, a powerful magical energy surged through me, and I could feel Talos looking upon me, granting me strength beyond my wildest dreams. My faith in him is proven worthy, and I have been blessed with even better powers and changed anew.
So kind of slaying that enemy gave you more of a connection to Talos, which revealed these new powers. That works.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so nothing else would happen. The night would pass. You guys would all rest. And all do a long rest. So, let's see. So it is now 6 hours. It is now 8 a.m. on the 10th of winter. What do you all want to do?
Let's make our way to the shadow market, shall we? Could I have done retcon one more thing too? Is after I summon Frank, I want to send another message. I still had one more sending spell, or 1/3 level spell slot to send to the shadow market.
You mean before you pass the night?
Yeah, exactly. All I would want to ask is which entrance should we meet them at? We would head over there.
Sure. So I guess they would tell you they'll send a gatekeeper to the closer one, the one north of the temple, if you gave them those
Perfect.
two choices.
All right, cool.
So in the morning, as you are all getting ready to go, the shield would go away in the stairwell. Mayrin, is that his name? Am I messing this up? Mayril, sorry. Mayril would look and say, it looks like things have calmed down a bit. I thought this might happen. Let's go upstairs. And he kind of starts gathering all the shadow elves who will quickly start making their way up. Is the group going to do anything, or are you leaving in the other direction?
Well, my curiosity piques me, and I do want to see this church, unless others disagree.
They rather owe us, and we have witnesses to our heroism. I think it would be worth introducing ourselves.
I agree. Orthex, Linus, no?
Linus would say, have we checked, or should we check on Alec? And find a way to help those below.
What? What was the last bit?
And find a way to help the shadow market, or help Lyra. She seemed in trouble and stressed.
We can take my new mount to get there. My faithful steed has been summoned as the will of Talos provided.
Oh,
So you do not wish to enter the church, is that correct?
correct. I would prefer. But I am following you all. The last thing I want to do is split the party.
If the Avatar has said that the relic will restore the shield and that the people of this church have protected it well, I feel that we must aid those in danger first.
Well.
So the two of you are voting to just head to the shadow market?
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess has Riala
I'm
given
okay to
her?
go.
Or go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm okay to go to the shadow market.
Right. Looks like we're turning around.
Alright, so the group decides rather than follow them upstairs, you're gonna head back over to the shadow market first.
Yeah.
Alright. So you kind of, I guess, bid him goodbye, telling him that you have other business. He says, are you sure? I feel like you guys should come up and let them know what you've done. I mean, I can certainly tell them about you all, but...
We will be searching for survivors and others to help. And we will return shortly.
Says, all right, well, I'll let the church know how much you did for us.
All right.
Thank
I
you.
will mind link with. Do you mind? I'll link with you if any trouble arises.
He says, "Oh, that's fine. I will look forward to your messaging, and let me know when you're heading back. I'll alert the priests so they don't think you're invaders or something."
Okay.
All right. So
All right.
the group heads back out, coming out of the cave in the mountain. It does seem like things are quieter. You would see a lot of like bodies of ghouls and other undead just kind of strewn about. Most of them looks like just kind of fell over. Like you don't see much in the way of wounds on them, just like bodies kind of laying around. There are some groupings of shadow elves talking to priests. And looks like some of the church peoples are traveling around the city. So far, you haven't been noticed by them, because you're kind of off the beaten path.
Should we stop and see the betrayer?
I think the vote was to go to hasten to the shadow market.
The
Um,
betrayer?
He might be able to help us.
Civis that ran off.
Oh.
Yes.
Do we know where to find him?
Yes.
He's at the inn.
He was in the inn.
Let's
Sorry, I was
check.
thinking of a different one. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and Gorthax is riding his steed now, I assume.
Yes.
Okay, so he's atop his majestic Fey steed.
Well, he's right here. We can knock on his door again. What do you
Let's
intend to
do
do?
it.
Okay. You go into the Nightshade Inn.
Alright, so you head back into the inn. It's fairly empty. The innkeeper would see you and say, "Ah, good. I was worried something would have happened to all of you." Because I don't think he was there. Was he there when you saved everyone?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it was just the barkeep. Alright. So he says, "I'm glad you all survived. Your rooms are on the house for now while everything gets sorted, so feel free to hunker down. But the city seems like it's starting to recover from what happened."
Indeed.
Linus will walk past them and go up to the third floor, walk to the end of the hallway, and look for the steel door.
Alright, so the door is partially open. If you
Leave it
go over to it, you would see
Yep.
a large empty room with just the normal bed and like nightstand. None of the crates are here anymore.
Cool. Then
I guess
pass that along.
Kudo would come walking
And
up behind you.
Well,
Seems like we know what happened.
you know what happened?
Haste.
You mean,
I-
you know,
I can infer, and I assume, Civis left in haste and took his stuff elsewhere.
yeah. I do not know what his business was, but perhaps we'll bump into him later.
Alright, so
Alright.
after that, you guys are heading over to the entryway.
Alright.
Yeah.
Let me just mark
Yeah.
this on the map so you guys can see it next time too.
He didn't leave a note saying, "Fuck you guys, I bounced." No.
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
The question is, now that the room is ajar, does the rest of the inn know about it?
No, about the room.
Oh.
Wasn't it a secret door, or?
No, it was.
No,
it was
it's
just.
not.
Yeah, it was
Just
a room.
barricade. Okay, gotcha.
It might not be bad to ask the innkeeper. That fellow that was staying up on the third floor behind the reinforced steel door. Is he well? we saw him during the troubles.
Says, oh, I mean, and you can tell he might be a little nervous talking about him, and he says, I mean, hopefully he's all right. I mean, with everything that's happened. Are you a friend of his? Says, how do
He
you
simply
know?
wanted to make sure that he survived all the undead. We were unable to rescue him.
He shrugs and he says, well, I couldn't tell you. I haven't seen him. But that
Good.
room is one of my more secure. So if he doesn't come back and you're looking for a more secure room, I'd be happy to rent it to you. It's a little bit extra, but...
No, good. Thank you. Friend,
So
it's been
give
good seeing
me-
you.
Give me insight checks. Anyone who wants to.
Can Rhea do it? Yeah.
No.
Ah.
So Vel, you would
I don't even know if she went upstairs.
she may have been waiting somewhere, but Vel, you definitely get the feeling that he knows the guy who was in there. But I don't know if you want to say anything. So yeah, anything else the group wants to do, or are you heading over to
we
the
heard-
Shadow Market?
Let's head over to the
Uh,
show.
Linus would turn to the innkeeper and say, maybe it's best you forgot you saw us here.
Says, what? What do you... yeah, sure. Is someone looking for you?
Oh, we are. I don't like the fame that is coming with what we did before.
Give me, I guess, a persuasion check. I guess you guys aren't in disguise this time, technically. He says, yeah, I mean, no one's asked me about you, but I will try to not say anything if someone does.
Thank you.
Says, I don't generally talk about my patrons.
Oh, that's we appreciate that.
Alright. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess technically, would he know you guys out of the disguises? Had he seen you before this?
No, I don't think he would.
That's true.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah.
Alright. So-
We would have been an interesting group of.
I guess he might have recognized Vel. Because Vel, I don't think, had a disguise.
Yeah.
No,
True.
I didn't.
So maybe he was talking to her, we'll say.
Okay.
Yeah, otherwise it would not make as much sense. Alright, so you head over to the Shadow Market building. You would find a kind of casterish looking shadow elf in the basement. He looks to the group and says, are you ready to enter?
Yes. Is everyone okay down there? Or I guess not. We'll see.
I don't know if
Yes.
okay is the right word. He says there was a lot of fighting and heavy losses, but we have the Shadow Market under control.
Yeah.
He says, but I'll let you go and speak with our people. And he taps the staff against the wall, which will open the gateway, sending you down below. So you find that the place is in almost complete.
Is it like
Yeah.
is it like a mechanical lift of some sort, or is it like teleportation?
It seems almost like teleportation.
Or like stepping
The
through some sort of
staff
portal or
kind of
something?
lights something up on the wall. It feels kind of like a dimension door, where
Okay.
you travel like a bit of a distance, like in a sudden step of movement, almost like folding space type thing. But yeah, as you appear down below, it does seem like the area is in a lot of disarray. There's lots of people who are wounded by necrotic energy, even as shadow elves, which means it must have been pretty bad. You would see some corpses on the ground covered up, lots of undead bodies, lots of ghouls and some other creatures that you're not sure how they would have gotten down here. Where are you going to go?
Do you
Uh,
know where to? Yeah, go ahead.
well, I messaged him and he said to meet. He said to come to this gate, right? So I don't know if he would have.
So he isn't here yet. Maybe he's on his way. Do you want to just wait here a bit?
We'll go
For
to
Lyra?
wherever that is. Yeah.
All right.
Let's. Yeah.
So the last place you saw him was at the inn, the one that was underground, the one with the hot springs. So you go
Lotus?
to. Sorry, go ahead.
Wasn't it called like the Lotus or something?
I think it was
Yeah.
the White Lotus, right?
Just like
White
the TV
Lotus.
show.
Exactly.
Oh, is there a TV show with the White Lotus?
Pretty cool.
I
It's
thought
pretty
that's
good.
why he needed that.
Oh no! I've been to this inn years ago before that show came out in a different
Yeah,
group.
she can
Just
vouch.
like
I didn't steal it.
Last Light, Lou had it first.
I had it first, exactly. They stole it from me. All right. So you're heading to the White Lotus. You would find some Shadow Elf guards out at the front. They would recognize you as well. They haven't seen you here before. Were you in disguise down here as well?
Yes.
All right. So I take that back. As you approach,
Well,
say,
I thought we talked to somebody without a disguise, didn't we?
I'm not sure.
I think the only time we weren't wearing the disguise was when we were outside of the town.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't fully remember. So
Unless we talked with Lyra.
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Wait, Lyra. Yeah, I don't have it. I didn't have a note that you were out of the disguise, so I'll say the guards would stop you and be like, you seem like you are outsiders to the Shadowfell. What's your business here? This place is under lockdown.
Yes, we're here to see Lyra.
We've been called upon to help secure this area.
He says, "Oh, you're the Fated Fellowship." He says, "I've met you
yeah.
all before."
This is our true form. I'll motion to Val. You've seen her. She is just as she is.
He says, "Oh yes, I remember. Yes, I sort of remember you. You were dressed differently." Well, Lyra is inside. He was actually about to come and fetch you all. So he'll be happy you found your way here.
Yes. Do not forget us this time.
He says, "Well, now that we know what you look like." Alright, so you go inside the White Lotus. Again, there's more bodies in here, and you would see Lyra talking to a few people. He would recognize Vel, rushing over and say, Vel, where's the rest of the group, and who are these people?
They're here. They were disguised before. It's the same people, I can assure you.
He says, alright. That makes sense. It's probably a wise move in the Shadowfell to pretend you're Shadow Elves. Welcome. It's good to meet you all in the flesh, finally. He says, it's been a rough night. We've lost many of our people, including, I believe you knew Amira. He says, the Silent Circle Elf.
Oh, no.
She unfortunately fell in the fighting, along with many of the Silent Circle. He says it was a bit of a massacre down here. He says, what happened? Why weren't you able to come down?
Ah,
There were many fights in all places. Each step we took, we encountered another to. Yeah.
He
we
nods.
cannot. We could not ignore the cries of help from the from the townsfolk, and so we were able to rescue many survivors and escorted them out of harm's way.
He nods. He says, "Well, I'm glad you were able to at least help some of the civilians up top. I imagine they had it worse than we did." He says, "It's nothing we can't recover from. Don't worry. I'm sure you did everything you could to help out as many people as you could." He says, "So, if you have some time, could we speak a little bit about the happenings on your journey? I know some of what happened, but I'd like to hear the full story from you."
Indeed.
Alright, and we don't have to roleplay that all dialogue-wise, but is there anything from the adventure in the ruins that you wouldn't tell him about?
Above table,
Yes.
I would be okay with telling him everything. I don't know,
Okay.
but is well, no,
Yeah.
that's not I'm not the sole decision maker here. That's just my.
How about the stolen crystal?
Say it again.
How
Stolen
about the
crystal by
stolen
the
crystal
Steel
by,
Shadow, right?
by what's her name?
Hailu.
Yeah, Kailu.
Kailu and the Seal Shadow. I don't mind telling him about that either, because he might know more about it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe this guy knows more about what happened to the shadow cultists and where they might be going next.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're giving
So-
him the full rundown?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Sounds
Okay.
like it.
So, I don't know who has the best charisma.
I do.
I do.
Oh
I,
yeah,
uh,
probably.
Just everyone.
Oh yeah, this is a
I
very charismatic
definitely
group.
do.
I guess who's telling the story? Who's relaying this tale?
Linus
I
and
wasn't-
Gorthak.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you start recounting the events, everything from first finding the cave to the guardians to the that big wraith that you kept having to drive back. And he would listen intently, probably looking for details. He says, "So Gorthax, these allies of yours, did you find them all?"
I only found one, my second in command. The rest are unaccounted for.
Now remind me, were you already? Because I might be misremembering, but were you working with the Midnight Pyre in the original attack on the base, or was that something you had done on your own?
No, so for the attack, we followed a lead. The lead that we got was ambiguous, but we found a base in Gaia, and we got trapped when they brought us into the Shadowfell, and we got trapped in the Shadowfell and got captured.
Oh, that's right. You had followed them through a portal, right? And you guys kind of got stuck
Yeah.
here. Gotcha.
We
All
did
right.
get a lead on their location, but whether that's the Midnight Pyre or someone else, that's unsure.
So he would ask you as you're telling the story. He says, I don't mean to be rude, Gorthax, but I haven't fully vetted you like I have the rest of them. He says, why is it that you were seeking the Children of Shadow, that you followed them through the portal? Who do you serve?
The chaos has started to spread into Gaia, and as a follower of Talos, we are meant to keep the chaos under our own domain and have sole dominion over it.
This is
So,
your...
of course, we went out on a crusade against these cultists.
He says, so this is the Church of Talos that sent you against them.
Yes, and I am the chosen of Talos.
He nods. He says, all right. Would you be against a zone of truth being used to just verify some of this?
Of
Says
course.
you can't be
Go
too careful.
forward.
All right.
I
So
understand.
it'll take some time out to just kind of vet some of your answers, and when he is satisfied, he says, "So, quite the group of what's a good word for it? Quite the adventure you all have had." He says, I worry a bit about the crystal being taken." He says, this rogue, you said she you told him she was part of the Steel Shadow?
That's what Arden Relic referred to them as.
Oh, right, okay. So yeah, he kind of revealed that. She didn't.
He called them Steel Shadow Dogs or something like that.
Yeah, okay. So he says the Steel Shadow are a powerful mercenary organization. They do work on several of the different worlds, including the Feywild, Gaian, and here. Why would they be interested in this crystal, and how would they even know about it? And he says, and you were not able to stop her from taking it, you know. I guess, yeah, obviously you weren't able to stop her.
Well, if we hadn't removed the anchor points, then I guess we could have stopped her, but...
He says, alright, well, there's no use crying over it now. What's done is done. He says, I'll have to inform my agents, put out some feelers on what's going on with the Steel Shadow. He says they have quite the powerful spy network, so we'll just have to see what we can discover. I think it's very important. Or go ahead.
We've come across them in several planes. Their work spans more than just material or shadow plane.
Nods. He says, "Why? We just need to figure out why they wanted that crystal, what they intend to do with it."
Do they have ties to Shadow Lords?
He says, no, at least none that we've known of. I mean, their network is quite extensive, but we've never known them to be allies with the Children of Shadow. In fact, they've come to blows with the group on several occasions. He says,
Well,
and
why-
again, or go ahead.
How are they not allied with you?
He says, no, they're very mercenary. My guess is that someone else is paying for their services.
This seems much like an arms race for whoever controls the crystals and utilizes their power to get to wherever this location could be and gain that power for themselves.
He nods. Oh, were you saying something, Mary?
I said that that at least is good news, that it appears that we share an enemy even if they're not working with us.
Since
Yeah.
hopefully, though them having the crystal just worries me what they plan to do with it or who they plan to give it to. He says, I think I can be more honest with you all now that I know that you are on our side. He says, you said you were familiar with or at least some of the events of Isik, yes?
Indeed,
He says,
that's where we're from.
there was a happening there. Recently, a huge blast of necrotic energy destroyed much of Isik and the surrounding areas. I don't know if we
Recently,
discussed
you
that.
say?
He nods. He
As
says,
Well,
in- Are we talking weeks or months or much longer?
this is within a couple of weeks, around a little bit after, or wait, a little bit before you all arrived in the city.
Oh,
I thought he revealed this already.
did we?
He
Okay.
says,
Sorry, I get my
I
group.
revealed. Well, he'll keep going. He says, "We know partially why this happened." He says, "The Children of Shadow were able to open the vaults underneath the city and use powerful energies to wipe out their opponents. He says, as well as steal a very powerful artifact, a device that can supposedly open a gateway to the first city, Nightweather. Did he reveal that too? I don't think he revealed that.
I think
part.
so.
Oh, did
He
he?
did. He did not, but we knew it from elsewhere.
Maybe we
Oh,
knew it
that's
from
thought
right.
somewhere.
we,
I think, I think
thought
you
we
had found that
did
out
all.
from somewhere else.
Yeah, we learned that from the from both the Shadow Child as well as from Relic.
Oh,
Oh, there you
that's
go.
okay. All right, so you did learn some of this from elsewhere. He says
Yeah.
some of the people he was fighting against were taken prisoner in the conflict. Our scouts, or our spies, and some of our scouts have said that they were supposed allies of the Fated Fellowship. He says
Oh.
they knew of your group. I believe one of the groups of people were calling themselves the Iron Tide.
Yeah.
Yes.
He says this group, as well as another group calling themselves the Blood Hand.
The Blood Hand were a leg of the Steel Shadow.
No.
He says I don't believe they're related, but
Ah,
members of these groups were taken prisoner during this battle, and I believe are currently being held by the Children of Shadow. He says we believe they might have information that could be helpful to us, so we were trying to figure out a way to either gain access to them secretly or possibly help them escape their prison.
oh,
He says,
Do you suppose that
Go ahead.
Do you suppose that some of my men could be held up there as well?
He says, if your men were involved in the events of Issyk before the explosion, it's possible. But the only other thing is if your men were captured, that might be a place they were taken if they didn't keep them in the secret ruins that you cleared out. So it's possible.
Being the leader, I was mostly isolated, but I did see a few of my men being dragged off to who knows where, and I suspect that we were all split up for safety purposes on their end.
He says that it's possible they were taken there, unless they were used to power the Soul Stone, in which case they would be gone. But if they weren't, then yes, they might be prisoners at the same place that these other ones are being held. He says it's an old fort far to the north of here. He says it's under heavy guard, but I know that you all are quite skilled and powerful. He says, you've already done much for us and for the city, but if you think you can take another step in our fight against the Children of Shadow, retrieving these allies of yours for questioning could be very valuable to us. He says, we're
look to the
close
other.
to these people.
Uneasy alliances in the case of the Blood Hand. Little bit more honor in the agreement with the Iron Tide.
He nods and he says, well, I believe their leader Orcard is still alive.
ah,
Do you know
Great.
him?
yes.
Indeed.
He says, well, is this something you think you'd be willing to help us with?
Let us
What
talk about this for a minute. Can we have some privacy?
He nods. He says, of course. At this point, your business with us is complete. We consider your group on good standings with us, and we would be happy to pay you for your services if you wish to move forward. Though if you do wish to return to Gaian and find out the fate of your friends after that explosion of necrotic energy, I would understand that too. We can probably get someone to send you back.
Okay. Many decisions, but we will discuss this before deciding.
Is there any more intel you can provide about this fort? The distance, the dangers, any specifics?
He says, well, if you decide to take up the assignment, I'd be happy to discuss more with you. But for now, I'll let you talk about if this is the next step you want to take.
Very good.
He says, oh, and consider this in your home while you are down here. He says, unfortunately, the owner was killed in the attack, so the Midnight Pyre has kind of claimed it as a base of operations, as their family is close with us. So feel free to leave things here or come and go as you please, and you can add this as a base for your group where you can store stuff. Alright, so yeah, what do you want to do? As you walk
When we
away
get
from
some privacy, turn to Kudo and Bell and Gorthak, and ask of your opinion, and Rhea as well. What do you think we should do, friends?
We have our allies that can go back if we need people to check on Gaia. However, I feel that this matter is pressing and we should take to it as fast as we can.
It is
I am
unlikely
worried about
that-
my men.
Yeah, it is unlikely that any hostages that still live would live long if we were to neglect a rescue. It would be my expectation.
I agree. To me, this is a no-brainer. We rescue those prisoners, and I did not know this Orcard as well as you do, as I joined you around that time. But you said that this alliance you had with them was bound in honor. Then
They are a very lawful people. They were here they were in Issac for spoils, for wealth, but they generally keep to their words. So that is what I meant by that, yes.
so then I think that's, if you guys wish to honor that honor, then yeah, let's do it.
Yes,
We could
let's do
also
it.
send back our allies that are waiting on the outside of the city to go check on Gaia. Or we can have them stay here.
That's true.
Let's
you
worry
do have
about
your camp outside the city right now with your druid friend. All right, so yeah, what
I
do you want?
definitely want to keep my new pet druid with us.
Yeah, I don't want to send part of our allies to Gaia without us. Yeah.
Especially ones that aren't from Gaian. You know, they're
Yeah.
not gonna. Yeah,
Well, I don't know if she would
Cool.
just go to Gaian because you told her to.
right.
Like,
I guess
Cool.
Oko can stay with us too. Have a nice experienced fighter with us.
who was
All
that?
right.
Sounds good.
He's probably quite keen to stay with you at this point after your losses, and probably looks to you for leadership.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gorthax and him have a mutual understanding of trust that what needs to be done has to be done, whether our feelings matter or not.
Okay. I think our decision is made, though, Lou. We go back to Lyra.
All right, let me just add the White Lotus as the stronghold location.
I gotta make a character sheet for Oko. Oh my god.
All right, so you go back and speak with Lyre. He is definitely happy that you are undertaking this. He says, "I was worried we wouldn't have the people we needed to do this successfully. I won't lie, this is a very dangerous mission." He says, "The Children of Shadow," as he starts to pull out a map. Where is it? There we go. says the Children of Shadow have taken up residence in an old fort that the Empire basically kind of abandoned during an attack on the northern border from the Children of Shadow and other dark creatures quite a while ago. He says they have sort of held it on and off ever since, a place known as Aldrin's Watch. He says, we believe this is where they're keeping the prisoners. He says one of the main reasons the Empire here has not reclaimed it is because the land up there is littered with undead, mostly ethereal mostly ethereal spirits of dark energy. He says it seems almost like the Children of Shadow have some kind of alliance with a lot of the undead of this land. So a direct attack with a large force is would be extremely ineffective due to how many wraiths and other creatures are in that area. He says, go ahead.
Sorry. Are the undead of this land, are they natural, like, denizens of the Shadowfell, or has something caused them to be so plentiful here?
He says some of them are. The Shadowfell is ripe with negative energy. Its proximity to the void creates an influx of dangerous necrotic magics and energies, which, as you've seen, I guess he would know about that. He would say only the relics of the Raven Queen can be used to protect settlements. So the Empire, the socialist theocracy, has been given. What's actually the name of the Empire? Hang on.
Oh, I feel like I should know it, but I forget. I know I have citizenship papers on a few.
The Vidian Empire.
Vidian.
He says our priests and priestesses have been given relics, which help us create settlements in safe pockets of the Shadowfell. He says there was a time when my organization worked closely with the church. Now they view us as troublemakers and terrorists. He says it's unfortunate.
Even in times like these, where sometimes these sorts of things, these disasters, bring opposing forces together.
He says there's been too much bad blood between our organizations, and honestly, I do not fully trust the church. I believe they've become too corrupt, and I believe that there might even be elements of the Children of Shadow hiding among them. He says it's one of the reasons why I think they're so antagonistic towards us, and why we've chosen to operate in the shadows. He says, though we do still have operatives within their halls, so we kind of keep tabs on them. Go ahead.
This Aldrin's Watch has one of these relics?
He says no. It's one of the reasons why our people couldn't stay up there, and the Children of Shadow can. It's because of their affinity with the evil magics. I believe somehow protects them, or maybe the Shadow Lord gives them some kind of magical protection. I don't know for sure. But Aldrin's Watch is not currently being shielded.
I see.
Which means that any prisoners there, and he kind of lets you do the math on that, as he just gives you a concerned look.
Or a time, yeah.
Exactly, he says. So.
How? And you said it's been possibly as much as 2 weeks since the events occurred at Issyk?
He says that's what we believe. Now, it's possible that they have some way of protecting the prisoners, as a bunch of maddened, raving lunatics would be of little use to them, unless they intend for them to die in such a horrid way. But we don't know. We don't know much about how to get them out or what's going on up there. We're attempting to find a way in, but so far we've been unsuccessful. He says, it's not been easy, and I don't know if it's even possible. He says, though you all might have powers that we don't, or at least that our operatives don't. Perhaps you can find a way into the keep, and a way to save your friends.
These creatures that roam about their watch, these undead. Do you know of any weaknesses that they have that we can maybe better prepare for? I'll look at our prepared spellcasters.
He says, well,
Vulnerabilities, perhaps the sun and stuff like that.
most of the creatures are affected by radiant energies, as are many ethereal undead, but not all of them are vulnerable to it. He says a cleric would be extremely useful, as their ability to turn the undead would be invaluable in a situation where you were becoming overwhelmed. But that's the problem, there's just so many of them. There's no way you could kill them all. He says the whole valley is just just filled with these spirits. So directly approaching the keep, you'd have to deal with the spirits outside and the defenders within. He says, I think stealth or some form of subterfuge would be the more effective way to approach. He says possibly teleportation, but I don't know if that would even be possible.
These operatives. Did you say that you have operatives at the watch? No.
This is not at the keep itself, but we have people in the area. He says due to the massive amounts of necrotic energy, we can't keep them there long. So we've had people coming in and out looking for ways to possibly get into the keep. So far we've come up short.
Okay.
He says the one thing, well, what could they tell you? He says it's definitely more dangerous at night. We do have a group in a cave nearby, in one of the mountainous areas near the watch. So if you need a place of safety, well, hopefully it's safe, but it's the closest thing to safety you'd have out there if you need to rest and plan your moves. He says you can go to the nearby cave where we have some of our operatives.
Okay.
Alright, any questions?
I hate to be a beggar, but my bow is not super effective against these ethereal creatures. Might you have something I can buy or trade for? Maybe ammo I can use in my bow?
He says, well, generally any type of physical weapons are going to be less effective against these creatures. Even magical ammo won't do you much good. He says, do you have any type of radiant energies you can infuse your weapons with?
That's kind of what I was asking for.
He thinks for a moment. He says,
being a paladin can...
Go ahead.
I, being a paladin, can infuse the radiant powers of Talos into my weapons.
He says, we do have some magical bows, but nothing powerful enough to have radiant energy linked to it. He says, I believe spells like True Strike, if you know them, can be very effective.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Nods. He says, are you interested in obtaining a magical bow, if you don't have one already?
Magical bow and something that might offer damage that is not physical. As you pointed out, there are many creatures in this area who resist that physical damage.
He says, well, give me a day. I have a lot on my plate right now. Let me see if I can find any of you some magical weaponry.
I'm also quite keen at making stuff, so if you just point me to somebody that can teach me, that would be enough.
He says, can you use magical scrolls?
Probably not.
No, it's too bad.
He's not
Many
a
of us
thief.
can.
I know.
I'll be like, I have a much simpler request. Do you have healing kits? We ran out of band-aids.
He says,
Um,
yes, actually, we luckily had quite the stockpile of supplies. He says, speak with my quartermaster. He has all sorts of things that we can trade to you. He
Alright.
says, you do have pale coin, right?
Yes.
He says, we'll definitely give you a good price for it. We're just in need of much of our supplies, so we're not just giving them away right now.
Of course.
But yeah, we'll get you set up for a fair price. He says, and of course, if you do manage to save these people, any of them, please bring them back here and we will reward you for that service. He says, is there
Thank you.
a specific price that you believe would be fair for this venture? I don't often hire mercenaries.
We can discuss it when we get back.
He says, all right. Well, it's appreciated that you are helping us. Thank you again. And if there's anything else you need to discuss with me, just come find me.
The
It's,
fort.
That's something I think we probably could, as a group, figure out over the RP channel, maybe across the week.
That was my thoughts.
The
Yeah.
fort itself, should there be any items of value or anything found there? Should we take this fort? Are they expected to be returned to the Empire?
says, no, I don't think the Empire still has tallies of the armaments or items left behind. You're free to keep anything you can claim there.
Very good.
He says, and there should be some pretty powerful armaments, so I think that alone would make this journey worth your time, assuming you can survive it.
Yeah.
All right, so he's gonna take off unless anyone else wants to speak to him. What does the group want to do? It is currently about 9:42 in the morning on the 10th of winter.
I would like to spend all my pale coin on healing kits and potions of healing. But I only have 15 pale coin. It looks like Ophelia is hoarding 27 pale coin.
I have 72, but I don't think they're mine. They're in the portable hole, so I think I was carrying them for the weight for the group.
Oh, okay.
All right.
So I really want to
I have
eat at
gold.
I have 120.
120 pale coin. Okay, well,
Bill's rich.
I'm the broke one with 15 pale coin.
I will hand over all my coin to you.
I don't want to.
Buy what you
I don't-
need.
You hold it, but yeah, let's.
I don't need it.
Okay,
Well,
100. How much do you say?
170, I think she said.
Oh, I said
120.
no. I said
120.
72.
Okay, so she would give you 120 pale coin, and they would be willing to sell you supplies at half book price.
Nice. I would stock up on
least for
healing
now.
kits as well. Should I buy my own Kuda, or are you just gonna grab a ton?
Oh, I was gonna buy some for both of us, but you have more money than I do, so
It's here. I'll give you the portable hole. You can shop as you need.
Does gold have any worth here?
I don't want to. Just
Uh,
hold on to the coin because it's. Let's just buy our own because it's easier
Okay.
that way.
All right, that sounds fine.
what were you saying,
Is there an
Bell?
exchange center?
He asked if gold was worth anything here, and I said no.
Yeah,
Is there an
there.
exchange
Well,
center?
so there could be someone who wants it because, like, especially some more prominent merchants will travel between the worlds. But generally speaking, yeah, they don't trade gold.
If you leave it in the Shadowfell for a few centuries, though, it'll turn pale.
That's true. It'll kind of fade. You're like, this is pale coin now. All right. So yeah, half price on supplies, at least for the time being, if you wanna. And they have as many healing kits as you, unless you're gonna buy like a ridiculous amount.
It's a
clean up.
ridiculous amount.
I want
Yeah.
5,000 healing kits.
Honestly, I mean, I'm just gonna buy like 20, but
Yeah, it's
I don't
20?
know for sure.
Crazy. It's
I
10
don't-
uses.
That's 200 uses.
Yeah.
She's prepared.
But honestly, I don't even know if Rialo will actually be able to continue using them, but we'll see. Yeah. Okay.
She can always
But
get
we'll
away.
have plenty. Yeah.
All right.
How many were you gonna buy when you said you were gonna buy a whole bunch, Kudo?
I was just gonna buy a dozen.
A dozen?
Crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you're both specced out on the healing kits. You got healing kits coming out of your backpack now.
All right. I'm just gonna do 10 then, because honestly, I was kind of thinking for the party, not just for Ria. So, all right.
All right. So you get 10. He gets 12. There are a more limited number of healing potions. You would see that they only have 20 left. I don't know.
Yeah,
how
I don't
many
even
of
think
those
I have
you're
enough
gonna
gold for it. I don't even think I have enough gold for that, so that's gonna pass. I'm gonna take healer's kits. That's the best bang for the buck.
What
Okay.
was the? You said potions? What?
Yeah,
what kind
there's
of potion?
20 healing potions in their stockpile. They are selling them at half price now, so 25
25.
instead of the normal
Yeah.
50.
Well, I mean, I'm down to 22 after buying healing kits. Does anyone want to?
Gorthak, she said you were going to look for someone to trade gold with, or was that just a question?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, I
so
was gonna look for
Gorthax
someone to
heads over to the market, because you guys are just trading with the quartermaster. But you go over to the market, which is still in a bit of disarray. However, you would notice someone familiar.
Oh, do I see the guy that can't went away?
With a shop set up, a bunch of boxes and crates that look familiar.
So we meet again, Civis.
So as you walk over, he's talking to some customers, and you kind of almost jump scare him. He's like, turns around. He's like, that voice. Yes, we meet again. Are you looking to buy something, or just scare me?
You mentioned before that you were interested in gold, and I seem to be in a pickle. I have my own gold, but I can't use it here, so I was either hoping to buy something from you or to simply exchange for the currency around here.
He says, I mentioned I would be willing to pay your group Pale Coin to protect my stuff as I moved it. I kind of remember you not doing that.
Well, it seems that things worked out for you regardless.
He says, sort of. I did lose some of my product due to the undead attacking as I was moving it. Though I seem to have survived. He says, you're looking to trade in gold in the Shadowfell?
That is my predicament. I'm hoping to exchange my gold for pale gold.
Give me a
Or
persuasion
pale
check.
coin.
He says, gold is not of much use to me. However, who knows, maybe it could be in the future. He says, I'll tell you what, I'll trade you 2 gold for a pale coin. I'll give you that exchange rate.
I have 70 gold, so that'd be 35.
He nods.
Though seeing as, our party did help, could you maybe help me out and say make it 45?
Give me a persuasion.
Aw.
He says, I'm not that desperate to get gold. He says 35 is the offer for 70.
Fair enough. I'll make that exchange.
Alright, so he passes you the 35 pale coin as you give him the 70. He says, I do have some other things of value. I'm actually a bit thankful you all didn't just try to rob me blind when you found me in that room. Do you need potions or scrolls or anything like that?
Potions would be nice, but I was also hoping for some information.
He says, I don't know how much of that I have that would be of value. What do you want to know?
I'm sure you've seen other men walking around not from around here, and I was wondering if you've seen any others that bore the same mark as I point to the 3 bolts centered around a single point.
He says, it does look familiar. I think I may have traded with one of your people before the city was, overrun. Oh, yes, I think he mentioned he was with some group of people from Gaian. He must have been referring to you.
What did he look like, and what did he say? Did he say his name?
So he would start describing someone. Give me an intelligence check.
No, not intelligence. Oh, okay. It's not bad.
So you think he is talking about one of your soldiers. I don't have their names, so I can't really give you much.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
What was he inquiring about?
He says, well, I only talked to him briefly, but when we were out in the city, in the normal market area, he says he was asking a bit about some of the activity of I guess the church and sort of what he was asking about holidays and I guess lunar cycles. Didn't make much sense to me.
Interesting.
He
Do you have
nods.
any idea where he could be now?
He says, no, I didn't speak to him again after that. I think he said he was going to look for some missing people. Seems that he became one of the missing people if you can't find him.
Well, thank you. Much obliged. As for those potions...
Yes, let your friends know, and if they wish to trade with me, I also do trade in magical items. You seem like the type that might have a few of those. And I do have a couple of things more powerful than potion and scroll, so feel free to come back and talk to me.
Of course, I'll let them know. And thank you.
Alright, so I assume you head back to the inn and kind of let everyone know?
Yeah, especially about my soldier who seems to have been there before us,
Alright.
which is weird.
Well, he would have been in town around the same time you were. But anyway,
Well, no, it's weird because we only went to the Shadowfell because we got trapped, and he was there in the city, not as a prisoner, but just as some soldier walking around buying stuff.
I had
which is
assumed
weird.
you had
We
all
never
been
had
in
that
the
time.
city before you went to, or no, I guess you were taken prisoner. So yeah, you never saw him at the, you never saw him at the prison. So maybe he wasn't taken prisoner. You don't know. Sorry, go ahead. Continue. What are you all doing?
I would be interested in finding out what items of power this Cirrus has, or Cyril, or whatever. Even if we may
Cyrus?
not be able...
Cyrus.
Cyrus. Civis, whatever. I closed the
Close
window and I couldn't find it again.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know that we have anything... I don't know that we have the gold to buy such things, but it would be interesting to know what is on offer.
I mean, we have, if he was willing to bargain, I mean, take a look at our ledger. We have tons of stuff to trade, quite honestly. I just don't want to spend the whole... I would vote to maybe throughout the week, figure out things that we want from the shadow market when we, as a reward, and things that you might want from the from Civis, and that also may help Lou out too. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
like I think what we have to do is decide what things we'd be willing to trade, and then find out what Civis has on offer.
Well,
I don't think we get to make a wish
be-
list.
Let's start
I'd
walking
be willing
towards
to-
the Aldrin's Watch.
All right, you're gonna start traveling today.
How long of a trip is it?
Well, we won't get to trade for any of Civis, whatever his items if we leave for Alden's Watch.
I'd be willing to see if he has anything to trade for this femur beamer. Not that I don't like it. If he has something better, might as well.
I also would like to see if there is a breastplate in the shadow market that I can acquire somehow.
Oh, that's much easier. In fact, yeah, that's just like a mundane item.
Right,
You're not
but it's an item that costs 300 gold book price, which I guess if they're giving us half price, that's great. But it's we don't have a lot of funds right now, so it'd have to be some sort of trade, I assumed. So
Well-
how much is it? What price?
isn't it usually 300?
So magical items kind of vary. Usually
Oh,
you
I'm
roll
not talking
for it,
magical.
but
I mean, I'd love a magical breastplate, but
oh, just a normal breastplate? Yeah, I think it's like 300, so it'd be like 150 if you're buying it
Yeah.
through their quartermaster.
but even before we bought the healer's kits, we didn't exactly have that kind of pale gold. laying around.
Let me just give you money for how much more do you need? Because you had 170. You had
No, I had 70 and I spent 50 on healer kits.
Oh Jesus.
Expensive healer kits.
Well, I mean, that's what we said we were going to do. I didn't have 170. I had 70, is what I said in pale gold in the portable hole. But no, I also have my chain shirt to trade, and I thought we might have other common gear in. I don't know what we have in the ledger. Yeah, so that was
I
my
wish
thought.
I wish I knew about this before. I wouldn't have spent so much.
It's all right. She's
'Cause
just been
it's-
wearing this chain
So-
shirt that you guys put on her for a very long time, and she doesn't like it.
Well,
It's fine.
if
It's fine.
you, I mean, if we wanna, we can definitely do the journey or attempt the journey to Aldrin's Watch. We don't have time for too much more, but yeah, if you want to say you stay here for another day, and during that day we could say that's when some of this trading happened, and maybe discuss
that's
that
great.
in the chat. But
That
so
sounds good to me.
and tomorrow morning you're going to set off. Getting a
Yeah.
lot of background. Hang on.
Sorry, that's my bad. Oh,
That's
Just-
fine. All right, so let me pass a day. And yeah, we can just say this day we did some trades, which we'll figure out either beginning of next session or, some point soon. All right, so. So you pass the day. You don't have to worry about food or anything. They're kind of taking care of you. Do you mention the fact that you need a breastplate to them?
The quartermaster, yeah.
Okay.
Because I was hoping, like, if I trade the armor I have or any other gear that we might have on offer, then it might, we might be able to swing it. This was my thought.
So I'll say that they are willing to fund a breastplate for you, since you're doing
Thank
this
you.
for them. So you can add a breastplate. If it was magic,
give
it
me-
might be harder, but I'll say they
Oh,
they
right.
can get.
I mean,
their hands
obviously,
on
I
the
would love a
breastplate.
magic one, but I've just been looking for that serpent scale armor for too long. She's had 15 AC for way too long.
Yeah, after the last battle, she's like, maybe it's time to increase. my
Well, she was
armor."
originally unarmored. They the fated fellow. Well, they weren't the fated fellowship at the time, but put that chain shirt on her, and she complained.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's fine. I can give the chain shirt over to the quartermaster as well in case it's needed for someone else.
Yeah, he'll take it if you don't want it.
I mean, we can also give our extra cloaks that we have.
No, let's not make this more complicated than it needs to be. We got a breastplate. Sweet.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Are you
Yeah,
talking
I
about
guess.
your cloaks of protection?
Yeah, the closer
Oh,
protection.
I don't know if you
That
want to
works
give
a
them
lot
magical
more.
items.
Yeah.
I mean, they'd be happy to take them. I mean, their operatives
I
could
mean,
use
like-
them,
I mean to
That's-
sell.
Yeah.
Look,
So in
that's-
the day that
head
we're
out.
past. Yeah. Sorry.
but all right.
I think we agreed to figure it out across the week
Yeah.
and not.
In the day that we're passing, Rio would go to see what that merchant has on offer, and then we can decide what items we have in the ledger that we might be able to trade.
All right. Yeah,
Okay,
we can
yeah.
we can figure that out. So traveling, let's see, it should be about 3 days. But that said, do you want to try to go straight there and brave the dead lands, like right through the plains where all the undead are? Do you want to, how do you want to approach Eldrin's Watch?
What are the options?
Well, he would have suggested rendezvousing with his people in the cave over here. And he would have also suggested that you avoid the
You-
main valley area around the keep, as that's the most dangerous.
I think Ophelia would probably have used her pearl of power. How many days travel is this going to be?
So each square is about a day, unless you do some really good navigation, pathfinding.
We can confirm, obviously, next session, but I suspect that Ophelia may again utilize her pearl of power for the wind walk to aid our.
Just wind
our-
walking everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. Would she just wind walk you right over the gate here, or are you going to the cave?
I think we want to rendezvous with
Yeah, go to the allies. Yeah.
All right.
to his operatives. You know.
So that would you? Okay, so let me see. Would you want to Oh wait, why is it snapping? Would you want to go just right across to it, or would you want to do where you go around and then up along the outside?
I like avoiding the valley. That is what we were told. So
Stay
the
high
long
and,
way.
Okay,
high
so
and straight.
the long way. Now we don't have
Oh.
Ophelia for the wind walking. Do we
Let's
want
not do it.
True.
Let's save it for the trip back.
Okay.
Well, I could transform and transport someone else, and our paladin has a mount. Do we have additional means for traveling faster than on foot? That handles at least 3 or 4 of us. If the horse could take 2. Actually, I guess maybe I could also take 2.
Yes, it might be a good idea if our people are in danger, or if your people are in danger. What's his name says? Balak, because he would have rejoined you. He says, if you got friends in danger, then speed is a good idea.
Gorfax, do
Shara
you think
says,
you're-
will I be joining you on this trip? I'd be happy to. She says, I can also shapeshift.
As long as you understand the dangers, your company would be most welcome, at least for me, and I would look around to the others in case they object.
She says, oh, well, I'd love to join you then. And I can also become a shadowy eagle, if that would help.
Very much so.
She says, so that can at least carry a couple of you.
Well, then it seems we have enough. Although one of our mounts is landbound, gesturing to Gorthax. So, even if some of us fly, we'll have to pace ourselves to the.
No,
the
it's
land.
not landbound.
It's not?
You have a flying
No,
mount?
right now. No, I don't get a flying mount until I can cast level 4 spells. Once I get level 4 spells, then I can fly.
So
Oh.
Shara would be very curious about your horse. She says, that is one of the most beautiful creatures I've ever seen.
Yes, Talos has blessed me with a mighty steed, one of his chosen horses that rode into battle many a time, and now it is under my command. She is
Gods.
faithful, loyal, and the best friend I could ever have, apart from actual people.
Does it have a name?
Not yet, but it will come.
She kind of looks confused, and she says, oh, well, let me know what its name is once you figure that out.
I would whisper to Shara after a moment, not not completely hiding myself, but not like super intending for everyone to hear. But I'd say, perhaps one day I can show you my home if you have an interest in strange and beautiful creatures.
She says, "Oh, that would be lovely. I've always wanted to visit the Feywild." And she claps her hands excitedly. But for now, yes, we should get a move on. I know your friends are in danger. So we have Shara flying to, at least for a couple of hours. We have Rhea.
I'm not sure if I can take. I don't think I can take an eagle form, because I'm not a moon druid. So I think I'd have to be a horse as well.
All right. Well, we have 2 horses and an eagle. How many?
At least
are
not an
you?
eagle big enough to carry someone else. Yeah.
And there are 4 of you, or there's 6 of you and Balak, so 7 of you.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's a good.
Okay.
That's a good call from Linus. Can we get a cart and
It will slow us.
a caravan? Yeah.
I mean, you can buy one of the vehicles. It would probably slow you down a little, but it would help you carry more stuff if you have a lot of stuff.
Okay.
Because like you can't, you can definitely go faster without a cart attached to the horse.
Thalia
Okay.
and Kudo are lighter beings, so perhaps one of each of them could each ride one of the mounts along with a second person. I know Ophelia is not small, but she's a wisp of a girl.
Yeah. So I guess so Rhea's becoming a horse, and who is riding on the back of Rhea, and who's riding on Gorthax's mount? I guess just put it in chat who's riding what, so I can just see it there.
I would
I mean,
say
can 2 people fit on my horse?
I mean, if one of them's small, like Kudo is pretty small, and
I'll
I
take
don't know about
Ophelia.
Ophelia. Doesn't she have heavy armor on?
Oh, that's right, she does.
I think like Vel would be pretty light, so I'd probably let her
Oh,
go
that's
on.
good.
Yeah, I don't think we can actually do this plan because, like Linus said in chat, Rhea's shapeshift's only for an hour, so I think we do have to get a cart.
No,
mine-
shapeshift is an hour per druid level.
My shapeshift is for 10 hours.
Yeah.
Sorry, 5 hours. 5 hours, my
Oh.
shapeshift. And I've got 2 per short rest.
Yeah, so she
okay.
it would take both of her shapeshifts, but she could do it.
Right, so I
I
could
still
do
think
10
we have too many
hours.
people.
10 hours, short rest, another 10 hours. And that's pretty much more than we're going to travel in a day, so.
I mean, if we have all our 2 allies coming with us, and that makes a group of 8, I don't think
Cool.
2
Well, I need to head out. It's been fun. Appreciate everything.
Yeah, no worries. I guess we can we can talk about who's. I think it would still be good because you have the bird and 2 horses, and that means like one of the horses is Rhea, and one of the horses is, or one of the bird is your druid. I can't remember her name. Shara. So then you have 6 people, which should fit on 3 mounts, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how's me and Oko and Kudo and Linus and Ophelia all going to fit on these 3 mounts?
Well, you have like the eagle can carry the most, the giant eagle. I think they're the strongest. So you just have to have like 1 heavy and 1 light person.
Yeah, so I think that if Kudo and Val are.
So it was Kudo. Well, it was
Lightest,
Kudo
yeah.
and Gorthax was 1.
Okay.
Because Kudo said he wanted to ride with Gorthax, right?
Yeah.
So you could put
Okay.
Vel and
Then
I don't really,
Then
I
I'll
don't
take
really
Val or
care.
Ophelia, whichever.
I just want to make a decision.
Yeah,
That's all.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking in my head what would make sense. And like Vel could ride with Ophelia because one's light and one's heavy. And then who do we have left? Balak and who?
Who's the NPC? I guess I'll take the NPC. I'll take Balak then.
Yeah, so it should work. I'll say it works. It's fine.
Yeah. I was gonna say these are the times when just hand waving it a little bit doesn't hurt too
No,
much. 'Cause-
logistics are important. Just kidding.
exactly.
Well,
How
that's what
dare-
I was
how
trying
dare
to
you,
speed it
sir.
along. I was
How
trying
dare
to
you.
speed it along by saying. That's why I tried to speed it along by saying, "Hey, we have a wisp of a girl and a small creature. Let's just put them on the back of
Okay,
someone else. Come on,
okay.
let's go."
I mean, I mean, we're kind of low on time. We wouldn't have gotten to do another battle anyway. But well, it should be a quick journey next time. I'll just roll for the traveling and the what's it called, the survival. But yeah, we should be good to go. All right, let's do MVP votes. Sorry it took me a little while at the beginning there, guys. I don't know why Roll20 was giving me so many issues. But I'm glad we got it figured out.
It was /W, right?
Yes, space GM, space name. Got a couple of good scenes in today. Some RP.
Also, I did want to ask about we could probably just do it on the side, but I was hoping to go back to him and maybe use a story point to try and trade my my femur beamer for maybe a new, more powerful weapon.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do in
I mean,
chat over the week.
Oh, okay. You mean in the we can
Because
see.
yeah, Rio wanted to trade with him too. We just didn't want to spend the session time on it.
I got 4 votes. I think I need 1 more. And unless
left.
people are in a hurry, you can, if you guys have comments on like what
Matt
you
left.
liked or
Matt
disliked.
left, yeah,
Oh,
so
right,
it didn't
Matt
like
left.
4.
And we have no Mikey. So Gorthax with 2 votes. You are MVP. Congrats. You got
Aha!
inspiration
Thank you,
point.
thank you. I have a modifier in my thing that I can add things to now, so that's cool.
Nice.
I added a little
What,
expendable resource.
What do you call it? Kudos, stars, and wishes?
Oh yeah, stars and wishes.
Any comments on
Um,
those?
Oh, you know what I realized? I just took off the heroic inspo. I did have one on my sheet from getting MVP before, so I just took that one off. We'll say that I used it that last battle, even though it didn't even matter.
Okay, that's
It didn't
fine.
work.
No worries.
Stars and wishes. Well, I think everybody did good RP. It was kind of RP session. My wishes is for combat, but you know what? It can't always be combat. And
I was gonna say,
Lou,
you guys
have
have had so much combat. Like, we just...
yeah,
Go ahead.
you have an immersive world that's like, it makes sense that there's like downtimes and stuff like that. My other wish is to breeze through more of the logistics stuff and not get too caught up into it. I think we're all on the same page with that. So, I mean, I think taking care of it in between sessions is awesome. So thank you for giving us that option. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, but when people do speak up and say that they want to do something during the downtime, I think steamrolling them and saying let's do it during the off time immediately before you even hear what they have to say can be kind of brusque. I was actually planning to suggest that we, do a list off session, but I was, kind of interrupted and repeatedly, told that we need to just go to Aldrin's Watch while I was trying to say, hey, I do want to trade with this trader. Yes, it's fine if we do it off session.
Yeah, it's it's good we make sure everyone gets a chance to say what they're gonna say. And I did feel like at the end we were kind of running out of time. But yeah, it's fine. We can, like you said, during the week, if you guys have a list of items you want to trade, yeah, maybe discuss that. Because like Kudo mentioned, the bag has a lot of goodies in it, so maybe you could.
Yeah, and I assume you will roll for what this trader has, or can we make a wish list? I assume it's just a roll, right?
I mean, I was hoping to just use a story point to get a specific item I was thinking about, but if only the DM's okay with
I
that.
don't generally necessarily let people just find a specific item, especially if it's like a powerful weapon. But I mean,
robe of power.
Huh?
A robe of power.
Oh,
You got
right.
one of them laying around.
Can I just
Just
trade
laying
one
around.
story point for a robe of power?
You have a stun sword over there. I'd
But-
love one of those.
But yeah, I mean, if you have stuff on your wish list, that's more likely where something like that might pop up. The trader will likely have some random stuff, though I try to, there might be some things that some of you might find valuable that you might not have been thinking about. But yeah, I probably wouldn't let you just like offer me story points for a powerful weapon.
Fair enough.
So-
Fair enough.
But
So
there
the
might...
answer-
Here, go ahead.
So the answer is that they're going to be kind of rolled randomly, right?
Yeah, there's a couple I have in mind that that might be valuable to your group because I kind of knew some of what this guy had in case you decide to kill him and take his stuff.
That makes
So
sense.
I do have an idea of his inventory, but there's
It's a
probably
good
going
thing
to
this
be.
wasn't the Wednesday group because he would be dead.
It would have been tougher than you might think, but
Okay.
yeah. I had that just in case you figured out a way to kill him and steal all his stuff.
I confess that some little part of me, meta out of character, wanted to know what would happen if we attacked Yali, just because.
Oh man.
No group has ever opposed her.
Oh yeah. Well, you just attack her and
Yeah,
keep the relic.
we were in
Like,
really
this
bad
is
shape,
our
but-
relic. You don't tell us what to do, Yali. I don't know. I don't think Vel would have been okay with that.
Oh, Rio wouldn't have been okay with it either. I was just like, it crossed my mind because I've encountered her so many times.
Well, I don't think you've ever encountered her in this way. Actually, like this scene, I don't think has ever happened before.
No, not here in New Havisgard. You're correct.
Yeah. But anyway, what about Vel? Any stars and wishes?
No, I was gonna do something on the second night, but after we're done here, we can hop into the other chat. I'll tell you what I wanted to do.
Secrets. All right, fair enough. All right, well, yeah, good game, everyone. Hopefully, we'll have everyone for the next game.
Good night.
Not good at all.
I'll take
Shit.
some
Okay.
notes and hop over to speak with you in private. All right, see you later.
I might stay in for a second just to finish up Oko. I'm trying to give him a character sheet.
All right, I'll be back then.